Adam.
Hey, Therese.
Hey, good to have you here at Money 2020.
Great to be here with PPRO.
Yeah, why don't you start off a little bit explaining who you are and what you do at Adobe?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Adam Hollenberg, Principal for Global Payments at Adobe. My remit spans global acquiring, payment orchestration, and gateways at Adobe. So I manage strategy and all of our great partners like PPRO around the world who process payments for our customers on Adobe.com.
Awesome, awesome. Now, Adobe has a big payments business. How is payments looked at Adobe today, and maybe look a little bit back in the future, how it's managed in the past? How do you guys look at payments?
Absolutely. Today, payments is a super strategic function at Adobe. It's driving revenue, it's driving acquisition, and it's driving retention, which are all of the main metrics that Wall Street looks at when our stock is being analyzed and priced. So we feel that we're right at the nexus of the business. Previously, before our team started, payments was actually in the Treasury Department. So it was looked at a bit more of a tactical function, right? Where we were collecting funds and remitting them to the appropriate entity, and that was that. Our boss, Matt, the VP of Global Payments and Billing at Adobe, came in 2020 and has grown his organization to over 20 people who now focus on optimizing every part of the payment flow for our customers. So we're looking to make sure we get as close to the customers and allow them to convert as easily as possible when they're trying to purchase on Adobe.com, and ensure that they don't have any errors in processing their subscription payments on a monthly basis so that they can stay on our platform and continue to use our products uninterrupted to create and do whatever they do.
That's super interesting because, I mean, at a lot of different companies, and you've seen this in the past too, sort of payments are not sexy. They're just something that needs to be done, piping. So Adobe taking this approach is like super exciting.
It's definitely exciting, and I think it's been even more exciting for the business than us, but I hate to toot our own horn. They've discovered the power of payments, as I like to say. 1 basis point of payment success rate for us globally is worth millions and millions of dollars in annual revenue, which is super important for us. We have really, really good visibility into the business and how both the macroeconomic situation as well as customer behavior contributes to the day-to-day success of our platform. So it's been really fun to sort of turn this into a strategic function and work with great partners across the world to get closer to our customers and allow them to transact more easily.
Yeah. And so you are mainly a subscription business, and so traditionally it's credit cards that you've used. Talk a little bit about that and kind of how that has maybe hindered you a little bit in gaining traction in other parts of the world.
Absolutely. So, credit and debit cards are great. We all use them every day here in North America, probably as our primary payment method if you're anything like most of the people that we see numbers on. And that works great for certain parts of the world. And we've done really, really well with just credit and debit card as well as a few select other payment methods because luckily our product is a necessity for a lot of people. They make their living being creative and we're sort of, the key to that for them. And we're really lucky to be in that position to have not really needed to focus on this yet. But I think as we continue to try and grow our business in new parts of the world and democratize creativity, we'd really like to get closer to those customers and allow them to pay in the way that they're familiar with paying. And I think this also really helps with the sort of lifetime value of a customer in our business, right? Sometimes with credit and debit cards, it's hard to hold on to those customers if their credential changes or if they have an error with their payment, whereas some of these other payment methods that we're exploring around the world are a bit easier to operate and require sort of less overhead to make sure that the customer relationship stays strong and that they're able to pay to stay on our platform every month.
Yeah. And so are there particular regions that you've seen as more challenging than others, or what are some of the developments that you are excited about?
Definitely. Maybe I'll start with India, something that is near and dear to my heart as I've been working hard on the payment market there for Adobe for the last couple of years. A few years ago, some new regulations came into force, combining with market forces and new payment methods being introduced by the central bank there, such as UPI, to push customers away from credit and debit cards. So, we've seen decreasing success rates on credit and debit cards in India, and it's been a struggle to hold on to our existing business. India should be a huge growth market for us, and we're looking forward forward to turbocharging that growth by offering local payment methods and bank transfers such as UPI and other digital wallets and instant bank payments around the world to sort of get closer to their customers. I put Pix in Brazil in the same category, where you're seeing increased access to e-commerce from different parts of society that maybe weren't sort of included in e-commerce or feeling financially inclusive before. So it's been fun to learn about that from both a payments and technical perspective as well as a cultural perspective, and sort of, growing the pie per se and allowing everyone to participate in the creative economy. We've also seen really strong traction with digital wallets and acquiring customers, using brands that are established in market, such as the Ant Group and Alipay or maybe other wallets around the world that we're looking to activate, where we can address customers and reach out to them directly where they already are and make sure they can pay in a way that they're comfortable with. So I think those types of contexts are what really excites Adobe and makes us think we can ignite growth through payments around the world.
Yeah, and I think it's super interesting how you guys think about marketing as part of payments as well, and because it's optimizing payments, but it's consumer acquisition and keeping that door as wide open as you can, right? So maybe talk a little bit about what you're thinking about from kind of an acquisition perspective.
Absolutely. I think, first and foremost, we have to qualify payment methods and make sure they're the right types of payment methods for our customers that allow them to stay on our platform on a recurring basis and pay monthly. But next to that, we love when our payment methods have strong brands and have customers that identify with them and use them on a daily basis. We love taking advantage of those already strong brands in market, and we feel that it can be a 1 + 1 = 3 situation when we add Adobe into the mix. They can turbocharge their growth of payment volume by tapping into our rich product set and the demand for them, and we can hopefully take some of their customers and make them into Adobe subscribers and creators on the flip side, right? So it's really cool to see and work with businesses that we can grow with, as opposed to use them, right? These are true partners and folks who are going to help us really, turbocharge the next generation of Adobe growth and help people get the products they demand, like our Firefly AI suite, everywhere where they want them.
PPRO and Adobe have been partners for some time. What are some of the things that you feel PPRO brings to Adobe?
Yeah, so we have a really centralized payment team. Everyone's in the US. I'd say 90% of the team's in San Jose, the other 10%'s in New York. We lack the global presence that maybe some other really big merchants, especially in the e-commerce space, might have. Thus, it's really important to have providers you trust in market to sort of be your right hand, and also to instruct you on, not only, what works best from a processing standpoint, but maybe even how customers behave and what they're used to seeing in a checkout locally, which can, sort of differ from market to market. So we find that PPRO's done a really amazing job of that in LATAM for us, in the Latin American region, helping us exploit the demand for our products and making sure that customers can check out with the cards that they want to check out with and have high conversion rates. And I think we're really, really excited to potentially grow that partnership into other regions such as India, hopefully next year, and really take advantage of PPRO's global reach. So, very exciting, the scalability and durability that this relationship has had.
Very excited, Adam. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your Money 2020.
Same to you.